Hey guys, this is my first GTA gameplay on this channel, but I thought I'd run you through the stunt jump locations throughout the map. Now there are 50 in total, and I'll show you the first 10 in this video so it isn't too long. Now the first thing to note is that I've already done one of the jumps, so it will say one jump less remaining, but I'll show you that one in another episode or two. Now the first thing is, these jumps are all over the map, and it doesn't actually matter if you crash immediately after, as long as you land the original jump. So the first area I'm going to focus on is this area here, downtown. So the first is just above the Paso Freeway, just below Los Santos Customs and just below the Barbers as well. You need to find this hook in the road almost. I don't know what else to call it really. It's almost like a tunnel that goes under the Rockford Plaza, as you can see here. And as I'm showing here, you need to go to the left, and there are some traffic cones on the right hand side of the road that you just need to jump off. Now I'd recommend you have quite a fast car, because I did this a few times with quite a slow car, and you do sometimes hit the traffic that is coming from below you. And as I said, it doesn't matter if you crash as long as you land the jump first. Now the second jump is very close by. It looks like it is on the Paso Freeway, but it is actually on a road just above. I believe it's called Alta Street. You can find it right here as I'm showing. It is very easy to find. You just need to basically look at the right hand side of the road. There's a small gap in the fence, so I recommend coming from the direction that I'm coming from on the map here, and it leads you straight onto the freeway. It's just a small gap in the fence, so I recommend staying on your side of the road for this part. It doesn't really matter what car you have. You don't even need to have that much of a run up, as long as you don't hit an oncoming car as you land. So I guess you could almost time it during the time of day and try and get less traffic, because obviously if you go at peak time there's going to be a lot of cars and it'll be very hard to land this jump. Now the third jump is just to the right of this. It is just below the Paso Freeway once again. It is just off Swiss Street as well. You need to find the Pillbox Medical Centre, or the Pillbox Hill Medical Centre, sorry. It is just off to the side of that. It is actually just above where I pointed on the map, but as I'm going to show you here, you may want to use a bike for this, or definitely be using Franklin for his slow motion driving time, because it is a very small gap to jump through, and as I've shown here, a car is very unlikely to fit through. So what you want to do is you want to get a bike, and yeah, just to the right of the medical centre there's a small gap, and again it doesn't really matter how far you jump. In fact, you probably want to jump a little slower, because if you jump too fast you'll jump into that road and then you'll have even less chance of landing that. But yeah, that is a very simple jump. Now just northeast of that jump is the next jump. It is just coming onto the Paso Freeway, and it is just beneath your house, I do believe. So what you want to do is you want to go onto the Paso Freeway from this direction, and there are two lanes. One goes to the right, which is to the west, and one is on the left, which leads to the east. You want to get the left one that goes to the east, and on this slip road there is basically a jump on the right hand side, which leads to some sort of sewerage system, or some... I don't really know what it's called. It is a very American thing. You'll know what I mean when you see it. But on the right hand side there is this sheet metal, and you just need to go off that basically, and off the freeway and into this thing which I cannot remember the name of. But this is another one that you may want to consider using a bike for, or if you are going to use a car, at least use Franklin, because it is quite a thin jump, so you can use the slow motion driving time. But the fifth jump is now just below this and to the left. It is just off the edge of San Andreas Avenue, and it is jumping off the edge of another road. So you need to find this part. It is just below the Paso Freeway once again. It is where Power Street meets San Andreas Avenue, and yeah, all you want to look for here is a few traffic cones at the side of the road and a huge gap in the fence. I'm pretty certain a car could fit through this, but I chose to do this on a bike anyway. And you want to stick to your side of the road again. I know everyone's always tempted to go on the other side, but this is perfectly ahead. So that is 5 jumps done. That is a tenth of the way to completing this. So the 6th jump is now directly below that on this road. It is just off Power Street. It is a small parking lot facility, so if you go to exactly where I am on the map as I'm showing you here, I'll show you exactly how to get there, because it is just off the main roads. So when you get to this point you need to go left, and there is this small grey building on the right hand side just here that is a 24-hour parking facility, and at the top of it right in front of you is the jump. So you don't really need much of a run up for this. You can just do it from just outside, and yeah, you just jump off that, and you land onto the main road just in front of you. You can do this a bit slower and just land on the pavement in front of you, and it is still a completion, so that's probably what I'd recommend doing, because if you are just doing this to get all the stunt jumps, then obviously you want to do it as quick as possible, so that is the easiest way. The next jump is just above the Olympic Freeway and just to the left of that penis shaped thing, and it is just off the road again, just off Center Street. And you do want to come from the direction that I'm coming from, because as you can see, it does look like it's going onto the freeway, and of course it is. So what you're looking out for here is a huge boat shop basically, and there's this huge green jump that leads onto the freeway. So you just want to hit that with quite a lot of speed this time, and you can easily do this in a car. So this is a pretty easy jump, as it's pretty noticeable. As long as you can find the boat shop, there's this huge green jump, and it'll be pretty obvious to you where this is. If you just go to where I said on the map, and you'll find it. Now jump number 8 is just below the Olympic Freeway, and although I'm saying come from this direction, you actually want to be coming from here, because it is in a parking lot again, and this is the main entrance to it. The jump is the other side of the parking lot, hence why it is so far away from any entrance. So you're looking for this entrance here, and once you get to the top, it is a very clear wooden ramp at the end of one side, and you just got to jump off of that and land in the road basically. Now even though this is quite a wide jump, the thing I've noticed is that you want to use bikes for most of these, because I did this jump with a car and I hit that lamppost on the right, so I failed. So I would recommend just using a bike for all jumps. So the penultimate jump of this episode, jump number 9, is a bit further south of the Olympic Freeway this time, just a bit further south of jump number 8 as well. If you can find this barbershop, then all you need to do is head one road up, and you will find a small parking lot again, who would have guessed, and you just need to head to the top of that and find the jump. Now what you're looking for is that very dull building over there, and the entrance is on this side of the road. You need to find this entrance here. I don't believe there is another entrance, and once you find this, you just need to head to the top and find this wooden jump. I went round once in a circle just to get a bit of speed up, but speed isn't actually that important. As long as you have enough to reach this pavement area, you can land on the road just a bit before, but speed doesn't really affect this jump as long as you land it and there is no oncoming traffic to hit you. Now the final jump, jump number 10 of this episode, is in the Murrieta oil field on the right hand side of the map. I've included this. I know it seems a bit random, but this is the only jump there, and there are 9 jumps in downtown, so I've put this one at the end. It's quite far away, but at the same time there is a house there to buy, so you may already own that by now, in which case you can go there quite easily, and it is very, very close to the house. Now there's this factory kind of thing over here which you may have visited already, and if you just go through that, there's a sheet of metal which you jump off like normal jumps that you've seen, and that is the 10th jump, meaning you have got a fifth of the way there. Thank you guys for watching, and I will do the next 10 hopefully tomorrow. As I said, I'll do them in stages of 10, so it will take 5 episodes to get all 50. Hopefully this has helped you guys. Leave a like if it has, and hopefully we'll get all 50 very, very soon. So yeah, thanks for watching again, and see ya.